Wedding season is right around the corner, and if you want to look perfect for that special day, right? Well, Water's Edge Dentistry and ABC News 4's experts are here to talk about how you can achieve that beautiful smile just in time for your wedding day. Dr. Nicole Dahlkemper is here to show us what's going on, because so many people get married here. As a matter of fact, this is the #2 wedding destination in the country. I know that. My daughter does a lot of weddings, and with that, people want to look their best. Not only the ladies, but the men, the bride and the groom, wants to look their best. How can they do that these days?
Definitely. We see that both in brides and grooms. We were at the bridal show, and a lot of fiancés were like, "Oh, can I get my husband to get his done too?" There's many different ways to do it. People are always concerned about having that nice, bright, white, straight smile for their photos. Top 3 ways would be tooth whitening, veneers possibly for straightening and whitening, or Invisalign to straighten those teeth as well.
Let's start with the least expensive and then build our way up. What would be the least expensive way to whiten the teeth? Because there's so many things that are influencing the coloring of our teeth these days from people who do smoke. So let's do away with that. Let's look at coffee. Let's look at tea. Let's look at blueberries. They're saying eat as many blueberries as you can, and of course the blue in the dye that's in the berries, that has a tendency to stain the teeth as well. So what is the least expensive way to get into it would be?
Yeah, so you just need maintenance on your teeth to keep them nice and bright and white. Would be probably an in-office whitening. A lot of people have tried over-the-counter crest whitening strips, and those work pretty well, but it takes a while. And an in-office whitening, what we do is we protect the gums because we use a really strong whitening gel, but the kind that we use, Opalescence, has a desensitizer in it, so a lot of people have problems with sensitivity with whitening as well. So it's a 1-hour treatment in the office, and you can get 3 to 5 shades on average whiter just in an hour, versus if you get over the counter or even use trays at home, it can take up to 2 weeks.
And of course, when you have it done in the office, it is supervised. You're making sure that the patient is comfortable, and of course you take the before and after pictures too, that you can see that the folks, their teeth now are just shining like crazy. What would be the second step? You talk about veneers.
Veneers do 2 different things. There's some people who are concerned about maybe a little bit of crowding or spacing and also want their teeth whiter. So veneers it's an in-office procedure. We have to prepare the teeth, and it takes about 2 weeks to get the veneers back to cement on. So it's good for whitening, straightening, filling spaces in as well. And
that is a little bit more expensive, or a good bit more expensive than the teeth whitening that takes an hour.
It is, because there's more procedure. I mean, there's a procedure that needs to be done as well.
Okay, and then the third procedure that you would have for teeth whitening?
Well, actually, teeth straightening.
Teeth straightening, okay.
Invisalign. A lot of people, it's becoming more and more popular. People necessarily don't want to do veneers, but they want their teeth straight, but they also do not want to have wires and conventional braces. So with Invisalign, I mean, they're just clear retainers that can straighten crowding, close spacing, people who have deep bites, or if their bites are open, it can do a lot of different things.
And we're looking at some of the pictures right here on the screen. The one on the left is before, the one on the right is after, and remarkable how beautiful the teeth are now on the right. Inline, very shiny, very white in color, not having the gaps and so forth that are there. This is not just going in and doing it a one-time procedure. This takes time to do this, correct?
It does. So if you're interested in Invisalign, you can come to the office for a free consult, because we need to determine how long it's going to take. It's not a 2-week procedure like veneers, or a 1-hour procedure like the whitening.
When you were at the bridal show, what were some of the big questions that you had from some of the brides? Because I'm sure they ranged anywhere between the early 20s to probably the early 50s and 60s.
Well, everybody was concerned about whitening, but the funniest thing was we were giving away a free in-office whitening and money off Invisalign, and a lot of the brides were like, "Hey, if I win this, can I give it to my husband?" So they were, they were concerned about, because the men necessarily aren't coming to us saying they want white teeth, but the brides are. But everybody's concerned about just getting that perfect smile for the close-up pictures for their wedding.
Because when they have, because when they have that close-up picture, that's that picture that lasts forever and ever and ever, and you want everything to look perfect, from the hair to the makeup to the teeth as well. And the best way to do that is to come and see you, and of course get the whitening, make sure that everything is straight, have that perfect smile that's going to be there.
Yeah, and then your photos are going to be on the shelves and in the books, and everybody's going to look at them. So people are pretty concerned about it. But
and that day as well.
But you can just call our office to get a free consult for any of these procedures, and we're located in Mount Pleasant, off the Isle of Palm connector. right across from the DMV.
Everybody knows where that is, the DMV. Yeah. What is the number there?
It is 884-6166.
Very good. Doctor, thank you so much for coming with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm learning a lot all the time. Keeping those teeth white and clean and all that.